What is going on, everybody? My name is Carl. Welcome to the week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Here's Fair podcast. We're back in talking all the weirdest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Mean. Shaun, how is it going?
I'm good, Conor. You've been missed in the hallowed halls of this pod.
Do you want to know something? Is before we started recording and before we started talking here, I tried to do the run through of the intro in my head, and I couldn't remember the words.
No.
I forgot what I said, right? And then just there, as the show started, I didn't even think. I just started talking. And
as soon as that record button is pressed, you perform.
I need some lights. I need some lights in a crowd, and then I'm fine.
Do it on the night.
If anyone just we'll do a fucking live is what I say, right? But if anyone doesn't know, I have been on holidays all over the weekend since like last Thursday or something.
Yeah, so you missed our usual recording day.
I missed Movie Mondays, and you got Orla in, and she very happily came in, and you all had very intellectual conversations. I didn't understand what any of that was about. Can't be doing intellectual conversations at this kind of show. Right?
This is all about sly digs and mockery.
Yeah. And just like uneducated opinions. That's all we're bringing.
That's all we have.
So, that's my niche. But yeah, it was really weird. I said it to you before we started recording. It was very strange listening to the show when I wasn't on the show.
Yeah, and this is the first time it's happened to you as well, because I've missed it a couple of times.
Yeah, it's very strange. I don't like it.
It's like a new pod.
Yeah, and I was just like, this must be what it must be like to be a peasant who listens to podcasts. Because not I do not listen to other podcasts.
Big thanks to all our patrons.
Just straight back. I got home late last night, and so we were recording this over the phone. We're doing like We're just trying to throw this together, so if it comes out a bit later on the Wednesday, we do apologise. We're recording it literally Wednesday evening.
Yeah, but it will be out Wednesday Irish time.
Wednesday, that's our promise to you.
It's in the fucking title. We screwed ourselves.
Says your man. If anyone doesn't know, Movie Mondays
for about half an hour.
I left for 1 week, and I got the update on my phone that the podcast came on live, and I just looked at it. It just said Weird News Wednesdays, talking the Star Wars trailer, and I just looked at my phone and I was like, oh, he's got off the rails. I've left for one episode.
It was weird because I had an actual competent co-host.
Yeah, you didn't understand.
I did, just like, maybe it is Wednesday.
So, but it is Wednesday now, Shaun. Not to segue out of it, but shut the fuck up.
Okay.
And we're going to get straight into the Weird News Wednesdays. What do we do here on Weird News Wednesday, Shaun?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from all around the world, and you're about to read those stories to me, and I will give my genuine first impressions of them. So that is done. It was actually quite good until just the end there. You kind of lost me, but that's fine. So we're going to start this week of Weird News Wednesdays with we're going to go to Germany. Now, I think last week or was the week before we were in Berlin twice in the show. Oh, so we met those strangers and then we went back to their house.
Yeah, no, do you remember? And do you remember we were sold off?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I'm in the circus now.
So we're going to Germany this week, and we're starting off with teenage love, Shaun. We've all heard the story. Romeo and Juliet, different sides of the track, they find love. Well, I have teenager breaks into jail to save relationship with ex-girlfriend.
Oh, it's already his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah,
and she's in jail.
Maybe she's not for you.
Maybe
find someone else.
Maybe long distance won't work.
An 18-year-old scaled the wall of a German detention centre in a desperate bid to convince his jailed ex-girlfriend not to break up with him.
Fucking hell.
So, German firefighters were deployed to remove an 18-year-old male after he broke into the detention centre in the northwestern town of Vechta, Oh no, I've butchered that.
No,
I'm back.
Yeah, Conor can't pronounce German names.
Conor can't read. The teenager apparently tried to reach his ex-girlfriend, who was one of the inmates inside the prison. The inmate had just ended the relationship with the 18-year-old over the phone.
Oh, well, she had one phone call.
Your one phone call.
She didn't talk to her family. She didn't console anyone. She ended her
Didn't talk to a lawyer.
No.
Doesn't need a lawyer.
This was more important.
Look, I need to tell him it's not me, it's him. Right? Just give me that fucking phone. Authorities believe the man used a lamppost to scale the 4-metre or 13-foot high prison wall in order to
a lamppost next to a prison.
Yeah. It was right beside the elevator. and the ladder shop.
Oh, that ladder shop is great business.
He's just looking at the ladder shop. Now he looks at the lamppost like, perfect. I've got a bright idea.
And he wheels a catapult in.
Wheels in a catapult. This was like, fuck, I didn't bring 2 people. This is a 2-person job.
That's a catapult, 2-man job. Everyone knows this.
Everyone knows that's rule 1 of catapults. So, in order to avoid getting snagged on the wall's razor wire, he preemptively removed most of his clothing.
Here's the thing.
You go on.
Surely that leaves him more open to damage from the razor wire.
Yeah, but if you spread out the pain, like if you're feeling pain in lots of different areas, then like the pain is lessened.
But ultimately, you're at more of a disadvantage because you're in bits.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like you're being stabbed hundreds of times at once.
Yeah. Would you rather be stabbed once in the hand or 40 times all over your body?
Obviously body. So he removed all of his clothing. Sure, yeah, as you said, you take the hoodie off and maybe use it as wrap it in a ball and maybe hold it in your hand to like climb.
What you do here now is you take a rug. You take a rug with you.
From the rug shop.
Yeah. It's to put underneath your ladder.
Shop. Yeah, of course. You have to make the room look good.
Yeah, and you just neatly throw the rug over the wire and then you have a comfortable way to walk over.
Yeah, the je ne sais quoi of that room and that ladder is beautiful.
What?
What? No, is that not how you use that phrase?
No, not at all. One day
I haven't used je ne sais quoi in the wrong way in several weeks. I thought I'd bring it back. He then proceeded to climb the wall of the inmate housing building and reached the barred window of his ex-girlfriend's floor.
What was she arrested for?
It's never said. So this is why it's a mystery. It must have been something really minor for him to be so in love with this woman.
What if this is like a modern day fairy tale and she actually like turns into an ogre at night, so her parents locked her away?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's much more plausible. Actually, now that you say it, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, it's exactly the same story.
So he climbed the wall until he reached Fiona's window, and he got on the first floor, right? He was soon discovered by the prison staff, but refused to climb down. He was soon discovered by Donkey, and he refused to climb down, right? Eventually, the firefighters reached the prison and managed to remove the youth using an extendable ladder. See, he didn't go to the extendable ladder shop right beside the ladder shop.
It was too expensive. You're essentially buying 2 ladders.
There's a little VIP curtain in the ladder shop that he only lets some people through.
It's a little, like, velvet curtain.
No, he opens up, the guy in the ladder shop opens up his coat and there's like several extendable ladders, just like, what, one of these? The man suffered a go on.
No, I was just going to say, what if he opened his coat and it was full of extendable ladders and then they all extended downwards?
And he became very big. The man suffered a minor injury in the process, according to the news. It was not immediately clear if the man's stunt, which took place last week, was successful in winning back the girl's heart.
Oh, well, we need to clear this up. Unless they're on a quest to find true love's kiss.
Oh, very good. Do you think she would take him back? Because she's a serial killer, so if we factor that in.
And she's pretty clearly already broken up with him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe they were forced to break up because of the serial killing.
We've just put serial killing on her. Like, shit, we don't know what she's done, but, like, it would have to be something real bad that, like, she didn't even want... Because if you didn't like someone, right? Let's just say, hypothetically, you're in a relationship but you're not that happy. Surely you're like, I need a bit of peace and quiet from this chap. Well, if you go to jail, like, you can still be with him, but you don't have to see him, like, 99% of the time. Just leave him on, like, a little leash. Just like, I'll see you when visiting day comes around. She's like, she hated him so much. She was like, I have to get this done before I go to jail.
Connor, what you're describing there is the new 2019 trend of paper clipping.
What's that?
Have you heard of paper? Okay, so, you remember in Microsoft Word there was Clippy, the little paperclip dickhead that asked if you needed help?
Yeah.
Well, he would pop up every so often. So now in the like new Tinder messaging dating world is that it's someone who you don't talk to them regularly, but you message them often enough to keep them on the hook.
Right.
Paper clipping. That's what she's doing here by committing all those murders.
Yeah. She's like, fuck, I don't want to talk to him every day, but I can't keep texting him that my phone's broken.
He won't believe
what's
me.
The next step? I'm after using the fact that I was asleep 14 times. What's another excuse? What is another excuse?
Visiting hours.
Of course. So one of her friends is like, why not just like break up with him and just tell him you're not into him? No. I think murder, Sandra.
Diagnosis?
Diagnosis? Murder. That was her diagnosis. So
she's a doctor.
She's Dick Van Dyke. He is being investigated. Wait till you hear this. He is being investigated on suspicion of breaking and entering. I don't know if there's a suspicion here, lads.
Well, look, he's certainly not... We're not suspecting that he entered. But did he break anything? Hearts?
Wait, the law?
A crime of passion.
Are you a lawyer?
No.
Are you his lawyer?
Yeah, I am his lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer.
Of course. At entering the illicit contact with a prisoner, authorities were taking measures to prevent another unauthorised entry, but refused to provide details, which seems very mysterious.
Well, probably shouldn't provide details, though.
So, citing unnamed sources, the news report stated that the lamp-pole that he climbed up would now likely be equipped with razor wire also. That wouldn't stop him, though.
How key is it that that particular bit of street is lit?
Yeah, that's a good point. Surely you just get rid of the lamppost.
Because they'll find a way around the razor wire. They'll take off more clothes.
The more clothes you get, the less razor hurts you. Everyone knows that.
That's why you shave your face.
Of course.
That sentence made no fucking sense.
I always shave naked.
Just bollock naked.
For no reason.
Yeah, and not at like after the shower, just like in the middle of the day.
Right, dead set in the middle at family dinners.
I'm telling you, man, I go to the barbers. It's an experience.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a straight razor, but first, do you have a bathroom? Because I don't need it. I'll change here.
Lads, imagine just you get called to sit in the barber's chair and you just unzip.
The confusion. This guy is just standing there with a straight razor like, what on earth is happening?
What am I about to do?
So what do you think about this man? Was this true love, or maybe he should have gotten the hint that she definitely was not into him?
Yeah, I like, if someone breaks up with you, like, and then goes to prison, and then presumably doesn't contact you in the prison. They probably...
She used this one phone call to rig him to break up, I'm assuming.
That's the only... I, as his lawyer, saw the evidence that I was given.
Of course.
And that's what happened. He's
of course.
I believe she also called him a soy boy.
Oh, I'm on his side now. Actually, now that you say it. He's raised some good points.
Actually, it's he's a classic nice guy.
He's so nice. Why didn't she fancy him, Sean? Like, how nice is that? He climbed up the jail.
Don't climb into jail for anyone.
No, I think if you have to climb into jail, it's gone too far.
Yeah, love shouldn't be based on whether you will climb into jail for someone or not.
That's off. I'm gonna have to change my vows. Oh, shit. I wrote them years ago. I'll have to change that now.
I do, on one condition.
Do you see that building over there? Get your ladder. So we're moving on to our next piece of news, and that is hesitant hitmen jailed over botched assassination attempt in China.
I am loving this.
This story is so ridiculous that I just felt like I'm going to butcher every name in this, but just stick with me, lads.
Okay.
Because, alright, here we go. A group of hitmen have been jailed
I've
after
heard this story.
Trying to subcontract a job to each other in China, right? So, businessman Tan Yu Hui, possibly something like that, hired a hitman it's a name, hired a hitman to take out his competitor, right?
Right.
For £218 or $282. But the hitman, after being offered $282 to take out okay, there's so many people. This businessman hires a hitman to take out his enemy.
Okay, first, sorry, but $282 seems real low.
$282,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's alright then, sorry.
Yeah. So, he offered him 2 million yen, which is $282 million. $282,000.
Yes.
Okay? That was to kill Mr. Y, right? Mm-hmm. So, this man, Tan, he wants Mr. Y dead. He hires in a hitman for 2 million yen. Yeah, get him out of the way, it'll be fine. The hitman looks at the job. He accepted the job, but shortly afterwards asked another hitman to kill Mr. Y.
Because they're running the same circles.
Of course. And he offered the second hitman 1 million yen. So he's still taking 1 million yen for himself.
But he's half the amount.
This guy, he's half the amount. He said, I'll give you 1 million to do my job for me. I'll take 1 million off the top. He probably pretended that this guy was only offering him 1 million to start.
Yeah. And he just said, I don't want to do this job, but you work away on it.
Yeah. The second hitman accepted the job.
Good.
And then the first hitman renegotiated with Tan, the original businessman, to be paid another 1 million yen after the killing. So, by this record, the first hitman's getting 2 million yen, and he's given another 1 million yen to the second hitman. There's already 2 hitmans. There's so many more.
But the first hitman is getting 2 million yen for doing nothing.
Yeah, this is just a case of him going, I'm not feeling up to it today, but I'd like 2 million yen.
Yeah.
You know? So he hires in his buddy to do the job for him. But his buddy, the second hitman, realises he can't do the job either. And he contacts a third hitman who agrees to carry out the killing for an upfront fee of 250,000 yen.
So he's he's getting greedy. He quartered it.
Yeah. So that's another, and with another 500,000 yen to be paid afterwards. So the guy's like, I'll give you 250,000 yen up top and 500,000 when you do it.
Oh, okay then. That's fair.
That's fair enough. So he's still pocketing 250. He's doing very honest work. So the third hitman, he looks at the job and he says, "No, I can't fucking do that.
Not for me.
I cannot do this. Not for me. Right? I'll take the money. I'm as greedy as the other two, but I cannot do this job." So he offers it to his buddy, Mr. Yang. Right?
Good God.
Yang gets in 200,000 yen. He gets offered to assassinate Mr. Y.
Okay. So we're 4 hitmen deep.
So we're 4 hitmen deep, and nobody's been assassinated. Okay. But what they're all doing is they're all just offering less and less to each other to do the job.
And the first guy is presumably just sitting pretty, not knowing that any of this is happening.
No, because everybody else is halving their amount to pay the next guy.
Right.
And they don't know that the first guy got 2 million yen for his job. And he probably said, oh, I got like 1 million. I'll give you the 1 million if you do it.
What?
And so the second guy thinks he's really smart. And he's like, I'll say to the third guy, I only got like 500,000 to do this job. And so everyone's just cutting everybody in half.
What if it like circled back to the first guy again?
Here, kill Mr. White. I'll give you 10,000 yen.
Deal.
Wait. Yeah, he takes that. He's like, that's a good deal. Finally, the chain came to an end when the 4th hitman offered a 5th hitman, Mr. Ling Yangzi, 100,000 yen to kill Mr. Y. Instead of carrying out the murder, Ling met up with Mr. Y at a cafe and told him that there was a hit on him and proposed a plan. Right?
Yeah.
That the two of them then faked the murder. So the 5th hitman is after getting cocky, and he's like, right, I don't know what he has no friends.
Yeah.
Is basically
he knows no
the
hitman
thing,
friends.
Right? He's no hitman friends, and he's like, right, I've no more friends. What I'll do is I'll talk to Mr. Y. I'm sure he's a reasonable man. He'll fake his murder. I'll pocket the 100,000 yen. We'll all be happy. We'll all be laughing.
Yeah.
So Mr. Y agreed to pose gagged and bound for a photo that Ling could take back to the 4th hitman. before later reporting the case to the police. The case initially went to trial in 2016, but the 6 defendants were acquitted due to a lack of evidence. Prosecutors appealed against the decision, and the second trial has lasted the last 3 years, only finishing this week.
Right, so it's been going on all this time just because presumably nothing like this has ever happened before.
So, Sean, can you repeat anything of what I just said, just in case anybody is confused?
Right, I'm going to break this down for you. A businessman wanted his opposition killed. So
Simple. I'm with you.
To do that, he hired a hitman and paid him 2 million yen to kill him. This hitman decided that he didn't want to do the job and subcontracted it to another hitman for 1 million yen. Now, the first hitman renegotiated the contract to get another 1 million yen upon killing the target.
Just on the top.
Just on top for a job well done.
Yeah.
And that was agreed. Now, the second hitman also didn't want to do the job, so he subcontracted it out to another guy for 250,000 with an extra 500,000 on top of completion.
Yeah.
The third guy subcontracted it to a 4th hitman. Now, this 4th hitman, he was getting, was it 100,000?
100,000 yen.
100,000 yen.
200,000 yen.
200,000 yen to assassinate this dude. So then, does he subcontract a 5th man?
Yeah, he subcontracts to the 5th hitman to give him 100,000 yen, so half of his money to kill Mr. Y. And then the 5th hitman, thinking he's the smartest,
picking door number C.
Yeah, he's like, he doesn't realise that there's been 4 other fucking hitmen, and the original guy got 2 million yen. He's like, 100,000 yen, fucking unreal. I am laughing here.
Yeah.
What I'll do is, I'll fake the murder, pocket the 100,000 yen, and then this guy gets to walk free, and I'm sure he's a businessman. He'll skim me off something for not going through with it.
But then the guy just went to the police.
Yeah, the guy pretended he did pose for the photos, but then he went to the police and was just like, I'll just get bored of him.
Not to, say more incriminating shit on a podcast, but if you were a hitman, if you killed people for money, and you had your target bound and gagged.
See, right, that's the question, right? All the hitmen have been sent to jail now, right? Which it's just ridiculous.
Because, they're hitmen.
They're all hitmen, it's not great. But here's the thing, Sean. I have one question and one question only. Why what was so toxic about this hit that none of these men would do it?
Was it like a Mr. Rogers situation, that it was just the nicest dude in the world?
Yeah.
And they genuinely thought he didn't deserve it.
Every time they turned up, he was just feeding homeless people and just like kissing puppies.
Yeah. And
yeah.
And also, the last hitman, the man who met with the target, he was able to just sit down in a cafe with him. I wager that if he is important enough to have a hit out on him, there's no way in hell he would ever sit in a cafe alone.
But the thing about this is, he probably didn't know there was a hit out on him. Because the fifth guy told him in the cafe that there was a hit on him. And then they came up with the plan. So this guy has been living his life without realising that there's been 4 hitmen hired one by one in succession to take him out.
Like, and look, it could happen to any of us.
It's very relatable.
This is baffling.
Isn't it amazing?
And I like that the hitmen talk to each other. I like that they're friends.
Like, they're all scum, but at the same time, they're a good laugh. They're good lads.
The boys, they're all hanging out together.
Look, if you're out of milk, you go down the road, ask one of them, they'll give it to you. They'll give you a pint of milk easy enough.
And then they'll shoot you and steal all your money.
Possibly shoot. No, these boys are clearly bad. They're bad at their job.
What if they're just geniuses at marketing? Like, none of them are actually hitmen.
Yeah.
But they've just crafted this illusion.
Oh my god, that's the thing, yeah. They've found the 5 hitmen in the world that have all just, like, somehow lucked their way. They've Mr. Bean their way into being a hitman. And they've just they're just standing in the room and some guy sits on something and something flips and somehow he gets shot accidentally. And they're like, yes, I took him out.
Yeah.
Perfect crime.
And this is how it always goes. Like, they always pass it down the line, and then there's the one dude who just says, go fake your death.
Yeah. And they all get money. Oh, they're all in on it.
It's the long con.
Also, they're all in on it, but at the same time, they all don't like each other because they're all trying to rob each other. Yeah.
So, in a way, they're best friends, but best frenemies.
I don't think these lads are trustworthy at all. I've kind of turned on hitmen as a job. I think they're not very trustworthy.
Look, no hitman is ever going to be. They're never going to come clean about who they are.
Let's not draw generalisations out there. I'm sure there's some lovely hitmen.
Name one lovely hitman. You can't.
The movie Hitman.
the based on the video game Hitman.
Yes.
Okay, that's fair enough.
No evidence to back it up. No, actually, no, he's right.
No.
That's a lovely hitman.
Everyone saw that movie, didn't they?
I seen that movie in the cinema.
Good God, you were the person that bought a ticket.
This is another one of my stories of Conor has seen one of the worst movies ever made. Grown Ups 2, Ted 2, Terminator Genesis, and
Jesus. Agent
47 Hitman.
Jesus, Conor.
I paid money.
Why do you do this to yourself?
I don't know. I just hate myself.
Just pure hatred.
To our next bit of news, and that is Bangladeshi MP allegedly hired 8 lookalikes to take her place in exams.
What exams?
Yes.
That's amazing.
So, a Bangladeshi politician has been expelled from university after allegedly hiring as many as 8 lookalikes to take her place in exams. Tamana Nusrat from the ruling Awami League party is accused of paying the lookalikes to pretend to be her in at least 13 different tests. Okay?
Okay, I'm on board.
The scandal emerged after the private broadcaster entered a test hall and confronted one of the women posing as Nusrat in a video that went viral. Nusrat was elected to Parliament last year after studying, and she was also concurrently studying a Bachelor of Arts degree with the Bangladesh Open University.
There's like, she's the most intelligent person we've ever had.
How does she have the time? It doesn't make sense. We expelled her because she has committed a crime. A crime is a crime, said the head of the university.
He's a smart man. Smart man.
Yes. We have cancelled her enrolment. She will never be able to get admitted here again. A college official said the proxy students were protected by the MP's Muslim men when they sat for the tests. Everybody knew it, but nobody uttered a word because she is from a very influential family.
Of course she is.
Nusrat could not be reached for comment. So this is
which
amazing,
one?
Sean.
Which one couldn't be reached for comment?
Yeah, there's so many of them. 8 lookalikes.
First of all, the odds of finding 8 people that look like you.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous. But see, it's probably easier to hide if, like, you're surrounded by security men. They can kind of just, like, shuffle in right beside her so nobody ever gets a clear view.
Yeah. just
like, if she just...
It's like the Clark Kent thing in that he'll hide behind a lamppost or he'll vibrate his face really fast.
Yeah, like if she just has brunette hair, just find someone with brunette hair and always have her back to everybody. The security men are always in front of her and around her. I think she used to be 5'3", now she's 6'4". What is that? Is weird.
Just the heels, do you know?
Very large heels. Sean, what are you thinking of this plan? I think this is genius.
Oh, I think it's amazing. Like, I totally wish I could do this, but no one's as handsome as me. Everyone would know.
That's the issue. Yeah. Who's that ball of trash? That's not handsome boy Sean Me. That's what they'll say.
I mean, he is a ball of trash, but...
but a handsome one. Great hair.
So, wait, would the lookalikes, do they get any recognition for the exams they passed?
No. They were literally hired to just be her.
But they did the work.
Yeah, that's the point.
But surely, like, say they went to school for 4 years pretending to be her, but they became a doctor. They now have all the skills of a doctor.
Yeah, but they will never be qualified because it's her degree.
Yeah, it's just not their name on the piece of paper.
They'll have to but at the same time, 8 lookalikes is a lot of lookalikes. Like,
you're taking the piss a little bit.
There must have been 1 or 2 that were thick as shit. I'm just saying what we're all thinking. There has to be at least 1 or 2 who were just real dumb, and there was 2 or 3 that were really smart, and she was just like, who's going in today? Oh, it's Sarah. Oh, for fuck's sake.
No. Lads, we haven't the whole...
She never reads the fucking book. She never fucking reads. Why are we sending her in? Why did we hire her?
Look, just get through it. Get a D, you'll pass.
Just get the pass and we'll move on to the next one. Where is Jennifer? She is so smart.
Oh man, I would totally do it if I could.
There's the thing, like, this is ludicrous. This just reminds me of, weirdly, Hermione Granger in the 3rd Harry Potter.
The time turner, of course.
She needs a time turner.
Then she would technically be alright. But, I mean, by the laws of the Harry Potter universe.
Yeah, no, if we went by a fictional universe, she would be okay. But if we went by the literal universe, no, she's done, gone and goofed.
She's done, gone, goofed, okay.
Yeah.
So we'll have to remember that when we try this.
Yeah, there's 2 sides to every kind. Done, gone and goofed. And maybe in a fictional universe. That's my 2 pages of the book.
And look, that's all you need.
That's all you need. We're moving on to our next piece of news. Man with his name tattooed on his throat is arrested for giving fake name.
Well, how do they know it's his name? Checkmate, officer.
He just got tattooed a fake name for this moment.
That's like thinking ahead.
No, actually, underneath his name, though, was a social security number and a picture.
Oh,
they just tattooed it all.
What an amazing artist, though. Am I right?
His whole back is his passport.
Never lose it.
So yeah. An Illinois man was arrested for allegedly giving police a fake name, despite him having a tattoo of his name on his neck. Mattoon police were investigating a forgery case when Matthew Bushman of Mansfield gave officers a false name and date of birth to dodge an existing warrant for his arrest. But police were likely given pause by the 36-year-old's choice of tattoo. A police mugshot obtained by CTV News showed a Matty B tattoo across his throat.
That's a sore tattoo to get as well.
He said that his name was Jonathan, and the officer reportedly was very confused, thinking... I like how the officer was very confused.
Yeah, he's like, no, that's not your name.
Yeah, I suppose you could say it was your child.
Yeah, but there's hardly a warrant
Maybe.
out for the child.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah. But like, it says Matty B, it doesn't say Matthew Bushman.
That's true, that could be Matty Brennan, Matty...
Yeah.
Baloney?
Matthew Baloney.
Matthew Baloney.
Ah, yes. I think there was 3 of them in my class.
Very common name.
Very common. It's so common. It's like Simpsons when they're just like, Bort. Who's called Bort? Sorry, are you talking to me? No, I was talking to... Are you talking to me? No, my son is also named Bort.
Come along, Bort.
Come along, Bort. After his arrest, he was taken to the Coles County Jail, and none of the allegations have been proven so far, but they are yet to go to court. Sean, I think he could get away with this.
I mean, look, if he wears a high collar during the sentencing hearing, maybe.
Yeah, a turtleneck. Constant turtleneck.
What if he turns up to court and it's just like, it's scribbled out in tattoo along his neck?
No, scribbled out in Sharpie.
yeah, because he's going to wash it off later.
Of course, but he likes the tattoo, but he doesn't like the fact that he's going to go to jail.
Scarves, neckties, you got to rock it.
Scarves and neckties. This just reminds you of another Simpsons. D, Bart D. Does that say die, Bart, die? So
strong with the Simpsons references today.
Thank you, 2 in a row. So I like... When do you think you realise, Sean? Like, halfway through, he says Jonathan, and then 10 seconds later, he gets like the odd look, and he's just like, oh, fuck.
I think it is literally that quick. No. He's like, fuck, I forgot. Fuck.
Shit. He could have just said like Matthew Broderick. He's Matthew Broderick.
Big fan of Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Have you seen Ferris Bueller's? I'm in that. I'm 36 now.
Matty B.
They call me Matty B. Yeah, I think an Illinois man, he's gone wrong. I think he's gone wrong somewhere here.
I think he went wrong. Certainly when he did something that required a warrant to be put out for him.
Yeah, he went wrong at the start, and then he also went wrong somewhere in the middle, and then he kind of went wrong at the end.
Well, look, it all depends what font the tattoo was.
What font is acceptable in your own name?
Papyrus.
Papyrus.
Comic Sans. Classic.
Comic Sans. Classic.
I wouldn't mind Garamond now. Garamond would be pretty good.
Would you?
Yeah.
What stands out to you about Garamond? Or Garamond?
Well, it's what doesn't stand out, Connor.
Of course. It's all about the nose you don't play when it comes to fonts.
That's
knows
what you
that.
need. That's what you need in a font. Get those serifs in here.
This has taken a turn.
This is the font podcast.
What other podcast can happen where we do 2 Simpsons references and then talk about fonts? There's very few, Sean.
Well, there's got to be a font joke somewhere. Oh my god. These are some.
My son is also named Bort.
These are some crazy times, New Roman. There we go. I've done it.
Good. Thank you. You are a comic sans comedy.
Oh, that one was all right.
You're annoyed that mine was slightly better.
No, and Connor, believe me, I'm not. I'm impressed.
Okay, good. Oh, fuck. I never get to impress. Okay, we're moving on. We're moving to Florida, Sean.
Excellent.
Because I have naked Florida man jumps onto boat and steals its flag.
What was the flag of? How high up was it?
The Delray Beach Police Department is looking for a Florida man who they say leapt onto a boat naked and stole its flag. They posted the boat's black and white surveillance video on Twitter last week. The caption read in part, "Who is this guy?" The police are looking for a naked, tattooed yacht burglar who was captured jumping into the Lady Atlantic yacht, stealing the stars and stripes, and then leaping back into the waterway to escape.
I mean, escape in the sea. No one will catch you.
just try to imagine a naked man leaping onto a boat, taking a flag, and then he just has the look around where he's like, I've gotten away with it, and then he just jumps overboard and you never see him again.
He just disappears into the depths.
Just into the night.
Well, look, the reason he was naked, what if there was razor wire on that boat?
Of course, it was covered in razor wire. The best flotation device around.
So buoyant.
Oh God, I'm choking. The video indeed shows the man to appear to jump onto the yacht, hop the fence, and climb the stairs. A second video they tweeted shows him carefully.
He's a cautious man.
Carefully climbing over another railing where he captures the flag. Then he jumps into the darkness within a hand.
Into the darkness.
So that's all I have on this Florida man. But the video I have watched, it is basically how they describe it. He just leaps. He appears at the shot, steals the flag, and then he just leaps into the darkness. You never see him again.
And while stealing the flag, he also stole our hearts.
And also, he lost all of his clothes. So what did we learn here?
I mean, sometimes you just gotta rescue a flag, you know?
Yeah.
What if that was a pirate yacht?
Sitting in the bay.
Of course. Like, it was disguised as a patriot yacht, but he knew.
He's Captain Barbossa.
There you go. He's doing his best. He's abiding by the pirate's code.
There'll be no flags around here, Mr. Turner. You can do it much better than I can.
Can I? Have I done it Barbossa before?
You did it, Jordan, when we were doing the Irish accent challenge.
Oh yeah, I did do that.
There'll be no aisle around here, Captain Barbossa. Miss Turner.
You're in one. Yeah. That was it. No, I do remember that.
So, like, Florida man, what does he want with this flag? He just loves America, maybe?
I think it's pure patriotism on his part.
Yeah.
And the pirate thing.
And also the pirate thing, because pirates are known for their patriotism.
If there's one thing a pirate's loyal to, it's a certain nation.
Everyone knows that.
And the one thing pirates respect above all else, authority.
Yeah. Authority and law. Everyone knows that. You could not get a more law-abiding citizen than a man who is known as a pirate.
That's what everyone says. Sure, aren't we all pirates, really?
Technically we are, yes.
We were all on the internet in the early 2000s.
We've all used LiveWire or LimeWire, whatever it was called.
Oh, so many wires.
Do you remember LimeWire?
I do remember LimeWire. I killed a computer with LimeWire.
Back in the day. I remember we had a very old computer and I cannot remember. I think I was downloading a song for like the whole year. I was about 10.
Yeah.
But I downloaded this song the whole night.
You were downloading Cascadas every time we touch.
Absolutely, or DJ Alex, Now You're Gone.
Oh my god!
Downloading DJ Alex, Now You're Gone. Tried to put it on my phone, and the thing was that I downloaded it. It had so many viruses on that file that I think the computer self-destructed when I tried to press play.
It just gave up.
It was already like a Windows 97. It was not cut out for this. Like, it did not need this in its life.
I think I've told the story before, but I tried to download Madagascar 2 Escape to Africa. And
you've never told that story.
Oh, well, I did try that. I had the computer on for about 4 days. And then I went to play it.
Just love Chris Rock.
I just
love Chris Rock.
Mad about to swim.
Yeah.
So I left it downloading for 4 days. I remember telling people about it in school that it was on the way, and I'd give it to them. And
you were going to be a dealer.
Yeah, and I think that's worse in terms of piracy.
Is this incriminating, us explaining this, or I feel like this is just dumb kids?
Yeah, I think this is like beyond the limitations or whatever. But anyway, I went home, saw it was downloaded, clicked play on the file, and it was in French.
Your school friend Bernard, though, he was delighted with that. He was like, fucking hell.
Oh, Claude was thrilled.
Claude Deschamps. He was delighted with himself. He'd been learning English for months from Madagascar. He was like, didn't even have to put in any work. I'm flying now.
The lads just cracks knuckles, sits back.
Sits back 2.5 hours of pure bliss.
That's a quality movie as well. I watched it legally.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is. I think it's as good as the first Madagascar.
Okay, that's fair enough. I think we've gotten off track.
Great game on the Wii.
Oh, is it?
It is. You get to roll around on a big boulder at one point. Like Crash Bandicoot style. Is the boulder coming towards you, or are you on the boulder? You're on the boulder, and I think you're knocking over. I think you're getting collectibles of some kind. The giraffe is on the boulder, though.
Oh, that would be so difficult for the Schwib. Oh, you know that?
Such long legs.
Yeah. And he's always so whingy.
Oh, he's the worst.
He's just the worst. Sorry, David Schwimmer.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry to interrupt weird news with just a random conversation.
It's not the first time.
It won't be the last. We're moving on to our last piece of news, and that is Florida man turns himself in after allegedly robbing 3 banks in 3 hours.
Oh, then he felt guilty in the 4th hour.
Yes, of course. A Florida man accused of robbing 3 banks in 3 hours Friday turned himself into the police on Saturday. Sandy Graham Jr. Sandy Graham.
Oh, not Icy Graham.
If your name was Sandy Graham, would you call your child Sandy Graham Jr.?
Look, Conor, for all we know, that name's been in the family for generations.
Maybe it is. My father was called it, and your grandfather was also made of sand. So, let's just...
Oh, they're made of sand.
Made of sand. Hates rain. Sandy Graham Jr., 40, allegedly robbed the trio of banks in Broward County in about the same amount of time it takes to watch a Quentin Tarantino flick.
Alright,
very good.
Weird dig at Quentin Tarantino.
Weird flex, but okay. The spree started at a Chase Bank location in Hollywood around 2:30pm, according to the FBI. When he approached the bank teller, Graham implied he had a weapon and demanded money. The Miami Herald reported that other people were inside the bank, but nobody was injured.
Excellent, because he only implied he had a weapon.
Yeah, Graham then reportedly left that bank after... they don't know if he received any money, okay? Throughout all this, but I'm assuming he did. Graham then reportedly moved on to the Bank of America, located about 10 minutes away, and followed the exact same script in that bank.
Well, if it worked once, it'll probably work again.
So he does 2 banks in 10 minutes, and then, suspiciously, there's a 2.5 hour wait until 5:30pm when he wrapped up his string of heists at the SunTrust branch and again implied he had a weapon and demanded money.
Okay. So
yes.
He's had a little break for himself. And then he thought, Jesus, I have one more left in me.
Yeah, getting his breath back, you know, he had a cigarette.
Oh, of course. had a little cake and a bit of tea.
He's like, that was tough, lads, but look, let's crack on. Flicks the cigarette away. Right, come on, there we go. So at 5:30 he did it again. It was not immediately clear if the person robbing the banks actually had a weapon or how much money he took. The FBI released photos of the bank robber, and on Saturday, Graham surrendered to authorities first thing on Saturday morning. Shaun, what is this man's story?
I mean, it's a question of he's just so good at something. Like, if you're good at something, don't do it for free. And he's very good at robbing banks.
He just is.
And it's... Maybe he wants recognition, a bit of fame. Because who else has robbed 3 banks in such a short...
3 hours.
In 3 hours, you know?
Two banks in 10 minutes is actually very impressive.
That might be the record for most banks robbed in 10 minutes.
Because normally what happens is they rob one bank and then they think, this is a lot of money, I might just leave it.
Might lie low
just
for a
keep this
while.
one. Might lie low. This guy says, no, I think we should triple it.
He lived like outside of town and he was just in for the day.
Yeah. It's just his big trip into town every 2 months. He's like, look, I'm about to do the big shop. Oh, fuck.
I left the wallet at home. I'm not going back for it.
Yeah. Look, give me some money. First one gives him €200. Is that enough? I'm doing a really, really big shop.
I mean...
big shop.
I am going to want that new jacket. I said I wouldn't, but I would.
Look, I have the money now. I might as well. But I want to be sure I have enough for the bus home. So if I could just get another $3,000 from somewhere else...
That would certainly do it.
That might certainly... And then he got the second one, and then he's seen another jacket, and he's just twiddling his thumbs for 2.5 hours.
And he's looking, and it's like right across the street from the bank, and he's looking at the jacket, and he's looking at the bank, and he's looking at the jacket.
And the jacket is made of pure gold. And he's just like looking back and forth. He's like, I'd really look good in gold. Gold is my colour, they've always said it.
And then he looks at the camera and does a big shrug. Like, what are you going to do?
Look, I'm here for the day. I came with nothing, Tom, and sure, if I leave with nothing, sure, we've all had a great day out.
So I had fun.
So we've all had fun. It's a third bag, 3 bags in 3 hours. I mean, and then he suddenly grew a conscience over the next 5 hours.
Yeah, I want to know what caused that. Because was it just a rush? He enjoyed robbing them so much that he didn't think about the consequences.
Yeah. But you would calm down in that 2.5 hour span between 2 and 3, surely.
Yeah, he had plenty of time to think there.
Maybe just I'll admit to it and I'll get away with it. It's like they might throw me in jail for 2 years for 2 bank robberies. But I feel like maybe it's the third one and they'll let me off. Maybe if I do a third, they'll be like, look, you scallywag, fair play to you.
If he'd even, well, I assume he'd have to give the money back regardless.
Yeah, no, I'd say so.
It's not just yours now.
And the jackets.
Yeah, the jackets, they'd certainly have to go back.
They would definitely have to go back, yes.
But, surely if he came forward and said, look, I did this, I'm sorry, they would be more lenient on you.
But they'd surely be more lenient. Surely 2 bank robberies leads to more leniency than 3 bank robberies would have.
And certainly 1 bank robbery, and then further from there, no bank robberies. That's when they're the most lenient towards you.
That's the sweet spot. That I would find that as the sweet spot of 0 bank robberies.
If you can hit 0 bank robberies in a day, I think you're doing pretty well for yourself.
That's a good day out. I always say that. I get home, I look at myself in the mirror and I say, Conor, no bank robberies today. Fair play to you.
Well done, boy.
You've done well.
That jacket looks good, by the way.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, I robbed the bank to get it.
Oh no.
Oh. That's actually the end of Weird News, Shaun.
Oh, what a week.
I only flew back in last night, lads, so I couldn't get the usual amount of them. I do apologise.
It was still a good week, though, and I think, slightly tired Conor is a pretty good Weird News host.
Oh, thank you, God. Jesus. I couldn't be having another good episode. I had to come back and ruin the standard.
It was to drag us right back down where we belong.
Yeah. It's like you try to crawl back up the podcast ladder. Maybe we'll get some recognition. No. Just me grabbing your ankle you stay down here, sir.
You stay in our lane.
Yeah. Don't be getting high notions of yourself now. Shaun, would you like to take us out?
I would indeed. Thank you everyone very much for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday with an episode of Hero or Zero, Monday with an episode of Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thank you to all of our patrons who support us over on Patreon. If you would like to join those wonderful people, we have a link in the description, or it's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. You don't need to feel any pressure to contribute. The best way you can help the show out is by telling one human being that we exist.
Just the one.
Just one. It helps us get in front of more ears. I don't know if that sentence makes sense. But
no, it was some sort of words.
Look, certainly strung together one after another.
Absolutely.
We are on all the social medias. They're all linked in the description. Twitter @Heroes for Hire Pod, Instagram Heroes for Hire Podcast, Facebook Heroes for Hire Podcast, and you can email us heroesforhire_@outlook.com. If you're listening on iTunes or whatever podcast platform you listen on, if you can leave a review, please do. It helps us get up the rankings and spreads us around a bit. But I think that's it.
I think you did a good job. You're getting pretty good at this, kid. I'm going to leave the show from now on.
Man.
I'm going to leave this up to you. You do all the research from now on. I think this is good work.
I'd hate that.
I have been Comic Sans Comedy.
And I have been Sans Serif Shaun.
Okay. We're like a Friday with Heroes here. We'll see you next.
Bye.
Bye.